Hey, this is Patrick with the Porcupine Media, and I'm here with
DJ SYMM. I'm a DJ here in downtown Olympia. My Instagram is at SYMMextra.
So yeah, I'm here with DJ SYMM. Let's hear a little snippet of their work real quick.
Just listen. Just listen. Just listen. 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 Listen.
All right, that was DJ SYMM. So I was curious, what is the first piece of music that you made that actually felt like you?
I would really say the first time I DJ'd a party, I really just started DJing in my room, kind of playing for no one and not, and so to actually have my first party where I got to kind of be the person, just curating the whole vibe of the night. I think doing that for the first time and getting a really positive reaction from it has totally just changed my view of DJing and of music and of vibe curation and all of that just as a whole. So
That's really awesome to hear. It sounds like that does sound like a very impactful thing as a music artist. If I was a music artist, I would consider that like an achievement, I guess. Yeah. So another thing I was thinking of, when did you realize your music wasn't just a hobby? It was more like your voice.
Honestly, I still kind of think of it as just like my hobby. I definitely have a huge passion for music. I always have. I just, I don't know. I still am just in that space where it still feels like a hobby to me. It still feels really fun, which I love. So I don't know. And that's what I love about DJing and about working in music is just I get to work and get paid and all of that just to do my hobby and do stuff that I like. I guess I still kind of am in that headspace with it.
That makes complete sense to me. When I took a music class, and the entire time they were just laying out all these rules.
Mm-hmm.
When you make music, what rules do you tend to break?
There's a lot. There's a lot. I feel like music, just music in general, there's obviously a theory and there is a lot that can be quote unquote wrong in music, but I think as a DJ and just as a queer person especially, I think a lot of my favorite art and my favorite things that I create come from that place of this isn't supposed to be here, or this is wrong or whatever, based on whoever decides what is right about music or what is right to anything like that. So I think just as a queer artist, it's a lot of my work comes from that space of going against the grain and going against what's popular or right or whatever. So that's kind of where I live, I think.
Awesome. Well put. If your music could speak, what would it say about you that you could never say yourself?
I don't know. I think my art is pretty representative of me. And I usually I don't shut up. So I'm I feel I explain my art very well. There's not many words left to go, but I don't know. I think just my favorite thing about music and my music specifically is just it's very much an extension of me. And I guess in a way that I'm thinking, it's hard to think of how to explain that,
All right, so we're in Olympia. How does it feel to be a local artist in Olympia, Washington? I mean, there's so many other artists here. Just to have another one is really awesome and inspiring. Could you give me some information about that?
Yeah, Olympia is so cool. Like, I have met some of just like the absolute coolest people here. And yeah, like it is such a cool scene, to kind of be in this like scene of people that are like also kind of, you know, who also started off like DJing in their bedrooms like me, you know, like that is just like really fucking cool and really cool. And yeah, like I think like it's just very accepting, and I have had, you know, here and there some like not so great moments, but like overall, like I really think like the scene and the people that I have met like doing music and doing all this stuff have been like amazing. Olympia is just really cool. Like the people here are just so like open and not judgmental, and just all of it. It's a whole vibe.
Interesting. That makes complete sense. And this place is like so unique. There's so many different venues. If you had to pick a venue, where would you want one of your songs to live at forever? Like it's played every weekend, or, you know, big important events and stuff like that.
I have to give it to the Mortuary. Like the Mortuary really is like that has been my little safe space. It's such a cool venue, place. I've been to so many different raves and parties and markets and free just like information distribution. Like just they do everything there, and I think that is so cool. And they're literally the epitome of just like a venue that doesn't have to do all these other things on top of just being a place to have a party, you know? And they really are that, and a community center. And I just, yeah, I love that place.
So me personally, myself, I always get caught up in passion projects, and I feel like I can never let them go, and it's never quite finished. Is there a piece of music that you've made that you just haven't been able to let go? And if so, why is that?
Yeah. I as a DJ, especially like when it comes to like building sets and building playlists and all that stuff, I really like absolutely like there are so many songs and so many just like vibes. Like there are some of my friends now that have seen me play a lot, I'm sure have probably heard the same songs over and over and over and over again, and I don't care because I love them. And it's all about the vibe. And again, like if I find this one just like perfect vibe, like you are gonna hear it over and over. I don't care. I just there are so many things, and that's what's cool about DJing too, is like, yes, it can be the same song and it can be the same, you know, 3 minutes, sure, but put into a set in a different way and blended into a different song and this and that. There are so many other factors that I really do feel like even when I do play the same thing, even if it's at 2 different parties, it's going to be a completely different experience, which is cool. And I do think that is unique to DJing, because I don't feel like I necessarily let go of too much when I perform. It still is always like ever evolving and changing and all that. So
awesome. Great response. You've already mentioned multiple venues and different parties. What is the most unexpected reaction you've had someone give to the music that you've made?
I'm such a pessimist. Like whenever I work on stuff, I'm always like, oh, everyone's just gonna hate this. Like I, am just the only person that enjoys what I make. And so I appreciate any kind of just like positive reaction. But like, just to hear that, like, there are so many people that like resonate with what I'm doing and the music that I have mixed and worked on and all that, like it still feels very like fresh and I still like can't and not over it, like I don't think I'll ever get over that. And so just to hear that there are some people that resonate with like the weird stuff that I listen to and hear envisioning for a party, you know, that there are people out there that get that's still a little a little weird and new to me. So yeah, and I haven't even really had too many like other interactions, any bad ones. There have been a few, but it is what it is. When you play music for drunk people, like it's bound to happen. But yeah, like and that's another, like, going back to talking about just like partying and throwing parties and doing stuff in Olympia, like it is just so cool here, and people are so not judgmental and just open and willing to just like dance and have a good time. And that is majority of what I've experienced. So very, very blessed.
All right. So when you're making music, do you make music to be more remembered or more understood?
Is mixing and DJing, especially when I'm trying to like keep a vibe going, or, you know, trying to stay within the means of the event or something. I feel like it is a little bit more about being understood and about like staying within, you know, whatever guidelines of, you know, the event. But I think, again, like being queer and just like being weird is like, you know, being able to step out of those guidelines and step out of that and step out of what's expected, and still being like, and that's what's cool about like working in Olympia, and it's just like you can step out of that and still be understood. And in fact, some people even expect it. So yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes the interview with DJ SYMM. Please follow them. But yeah, I mean, we want to interview more artists, more local businesses. We just want to get back to the community. But on top of that, we're also looking for new clients. We provide audio services, video services, Google Ads, just so many things that we can provide you and your business. Just give us a DM if you want to be interviewed or if you would like a quote, and we'll just kind of go from there. All right. Well, thank you.